Yeah, my mirrors fold in, so it lets me know.
At least this one's not
Bro, you're gonna pay extra for that.
You're too much, man.
Oh wow, that was cool.
This is badass.
Yeah. It's way nicer than my showroom. Is that their flag on the back of that monster truck? That's cool. Yeah.
waiting room. We don't have big showrooms, so you don't get that walk.
You don't need it. Yeah.
Because we're more manufacturing.
Gotcha.
Sales office. And just watch you guys go on closed shoes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Come on.
Just watch your step. We got a lot. So we're kind of going backwards. This is like the shipping and receiving part of the shipping and receiving area.
Okay.
They box up converters or check, like these are all converters get sent to get worked on, so they'll get checked in. We got the guys out sick and all that kind of stuff. So,
Yeah, well, holidays too. They're gonna be real sick.
so yeah, a lot of our small parts for the transmissions up here.
Okay.
These are transmissions. They gotta be worked on. They've been worked on, just waiting to pick up for shipping. So when obviously converters are a big part of our business. So when they come down the line being assembled, like right now they're being welded.
Yeah.
They come down here to get pressure tested, make sure there's no leaks.
Okay.
And if they pass that, they get put on the balancer. If they pass that, then they get put on the rack down here, get painted, and then over there they get boxed up and shipped.
Awesome, man. And what is that for? What is that for?
Converters.
For
Torque converters.
just for every.
Just torque converters that we build.
Okay.
Build or work on one of the two. You'll see when we go down that way, we're going backwards.
So is it all just performance stuff, or you do like regular?
We don't do any street stuff. We're all performance based, performance street and race cars.
Gotcha.
If you want like a bone stock converter transmission, then we're wrong people.
I like it. I like it.
Power glides and 400s, they're all going to be manually shifted, no auto shift units. We do torque converters for those.
Yeah.
We do a 700 kit to put in like overdrive lockup in an old car that never had it.
Gotcha.
We change the wiring around, make one wire hookup, makes it easy. But again, it's a 700. I'm not a fan of them. They're garbage when they're new, and we got cores that we're having to deal with garbage cores. So obviously here's where they take all the different covers to bolt onto a case, so we got to take spray paint a case.
Gotcha.
And then we also send out to get powder coated and hydro dipped.
Nice, man.
If customers want to do an upgrade.
Nice.
All the transmissions that we do, our glide performers, they all get run on the dyno. It's a real quick hookup. As you notice, everything's clamped on. There's no bolts. Tranny slide, and we build a special converter. Slides right on. They clamp, looks like a bunch of vice grips, and these other special clamps. And then
that is awesome. Look at that.
I know, dude, that's badass.
Oh, yeah.
As a dry shaft, brake caliper flops over on so they can load it up. We ship worldwide.
Wow.
We're one of the bigger companies out there doing what we do.
Man.
We'll go down that side.
That's cool, man.
So this is the converter side.
All right.
We got all the different lanes. And here we got him. He's welded the converter halves together. The machine presses it down, and then it separates a certain amount because you got to have clearance inside of the converter. And that's all preset. We have another guy that sits in that chair and he TIG welds all day long. That's all he does.
That's all it.
Pieces and parts and that's what he's done.
That's what, man.
Military, he does.
It would kill me. I'd die.
Like here's like all bunch of motor parts.
Yeah. Ready to go.
So that's the start of it going.
How many of these are you building and selling, yearly?
In the thousands.
Yeah.
I couldn't even begin to tell you because some weeks we'll ship out 200 or 300 new converters a week, not counting the ones we have to work on, the reinstalls, repairs, things like that. So
that's impressive.
You see, you drive by, see this, building that's just looks like a warehouse.
Yeah.
A lot goes on in there.
That's the way it should be.
But yeah, more new parts. They're not totally done, but this is where they grab pieces from. These are like, I'll show you one over here. This is for a bolt together converter. This is the starts of it.
Are y'all doing that welding in-house?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We do all that stuff in here. The only thing we don't do here is furnace brazing. We have to send that out. They cut it open on the lathe, then it gets washed. It's sent to the washing machine. They get all cleaned out, and then they come over here like that. So this is like this converter's been damaged some. See how the
fins?
Yeah, that's called the pump half. The converter is the side face transmission is called the pump half.
Okay.
Here's the stator. Those are the two parts that you mainly mess with to change the stall up or down. You also get in with clearances and things like that. Makes a big difference. But this farther or closer with the shims to the, this is called the turbine, that's called the pump. You're moving it around, it changes the stall up and down.
That's how you change the stall.
Besides the diameter, of course.
Okay.
And then this is called the turbine.
And that's all related to the RPM and
Yeah, to your combination. Like when I ask you all the questions on your combo, that's why I determine what size, what series conversion. First thing you got to sell that, and then decide what goes in here by based off the guy's combination, what they're doing with the car, that kind of stuff. And this is called a cover. So this is a. Everybody says, oh, I got to billet this, billet that. Billet just means it's made out of one piece of metal. It don't mean anything fancy. It's just, like this, just a one piece.
Yeah.
Machined all out of that.
Yeah. Is mine billet?
Yes. So that's the cover. And then you got the shaft.
And the shaft's billet?
In like your transmission.
Yeah.
But you just got a converter from it.
Yeah, this.
Oh. Well, now that's welded on. See, billet. Yes, that piece is billet, but it's welded into here, so that's
not one piece.
Two separate pieces.
Gotcha. Okay.
And this is where if you've heard like an anti-balloon plate.
So when you hear billet, it's only that plate.
It just means it's made out of one piece of metal.
I gotcha.
That's when they take apart cores, down their transmissions, because there's a lot of like the 400, especially the internal parts we still use.
Yeah.
Obviously, when we build the 700s, they take them all apart there, they stamp, glass feed all the cases. Like on the 400 case, this is like a vehicle Pontiac, they're not very popular. Most people have GM stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of GM case out there anymore, so we got tons of those. Or if like the ears broke off, the machine over there at Bridgeport, we'll machine it off like this, that way you put an aftermarket bell housing on it. And that way you can still use the case that was damaged. We'll fix the case if we can. Like I welded back there, if it's got a crack in it, fix it. Fix it. But most of the time we machine all the bells off the 400.
And weld it.
Well, we just machine it off, and then we have an aftermarket SFI bell housing.
Does it bolt on, or are you welding that?
Onto the pump, use the pump bolt.
That's cool, man. Okay.
So it's like a dirt.
Wow, man, this place is awesome.
That's just recycled. We'll send it to scrap.
This is beyond what I thought we were. Man, you have got to.
This is CNC.
Holy shit.
This is good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that right there, you know you're in hell, you know. That is.
So like those are adapters for a 208 transfer case.
Okay.
So we make our own adapter different. We got a short and a long.
Yeah.
We got 3 CNC machines. Other weird mills.
Oh man, that's old school there.
That's where you broach splines into like the turbine has and things like that.
Yeah.
They'll run it through there to put the spline through it. And then, like you talk about the transfer case.
Look at the CNC machines, man. You know that's like a $500,000, right? $500,000. Oh yeah, dude, or more. The bigger they are, like look, you see this here.
Yeah.
These are probably $1 million, dude. You're standing in a room with $4 or $5 million worth of equipment. Crazy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Did you see that?
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
That's a 10-inch case, a drop box, and that's a 24-inch. So we do all those in between.
That's your drop, right? For yeah.
Yeah. It's for like monster trucks and shit.
That's.
Here's the demo piece of ours right there. Oh, nice.
Oh my God.
Is that a cutaway or something?
I didn't know you. I didn't know y'all did that.
In our sniper gearbox division.
Sniper.
Yeah, I didn't know you did those either.
Come here, man. I told him, I'm like, you don't realize you're in a room with about $4 million worth of equipment right now. Look. Have you ever seen the CNC machine? Come here and look. So they go in like that, and that machine is on access. Look at all your bits. It automatically switches all that stuff.
Wow. We got programs also for stuff we do all the time. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
That's either trimmed into that.
Yeah. Dude, this is.
Yeah, that's where they cut off to make those.
You are.
Because it started out like this, a big long bar, just a chunk of aluminum, and they roll it over to cut off what they need, stick it on there, and then go to the machine and start machining.
This is sick, dude. This is sick.
And so we had to keep up. So now we have a whole nother setup, same thing. We got the cut open lathe, run that through the clean machine. This is like just cores and boxes and pallets and all the crap.
Yeah.
You gotta have someplace to put it.
Yeah, you gotta have shipping too. You gotta.
And you got like cores, you buy all the cores, because there's certain converters we use certain pieces out of them. So you gotta buy up the cores, just like everybody else does.
Wow.
That's no, we haven't even used that yet. That came in some, they bought it at an auction.
Yeah, it's cool. You know what's funny? Like people don't realize, like these older machines are top of the line too. They're built. You know, these are great. They're new, but those right there last forever.
Right. So that's actually, somebody built that one, unlike ours is, homemade. That does a great job. I mean, the motor's only, we just blew the motor up about a month ago.
That motor in there?
Yeah. And it didn't like hang a rod out, but it wasn't in so good shape. So they're getting redone. And that motor that's on there is just one of the guys that work here at an old wore out 305, and that's all that's running.
Throw it on there.
But it's done.
As long as it's pressurized, it doesn't really matter, right?
The only problem it struggles is when you have like a high-end race transmission with a big converter, and you want to test their converter. They don't have enough nuts to turn it because you got to have horsepower to run it. And they only got 300 some horsepower, so it can only get up to like 2,000 RPMs, which is usually enough to see what we need to see.
Right.
Like I said, this is kind of the same setup over there. It's just spread a little bit more. Is that awesome? We got him.
He built mine, right? I know you're the man, right?
What up, the man?
He's like, I don't know which one's yours, buddy. I built about 3,000 of these a week. Well, thank you for your hard work.
So here's the man I was telling you in there. It presses the two converter halves together.
Yeah.
And it pulls it apart a certain amount of thousandths, depending on what kind of converter it is. Because you got to have a clearance inside, but it can't be too much clearance because obviously the bearing will move and it'll blow up.
So this one's welding itself.
Yeah, so you have to set it up, obviously.
Yeah.
And somebody pushes the button. I can't tell you which one.
I understand. Yeah.
Yes, as it welds and as it feeds at a certain speed, so that's how you get that nice speed all around. A person, I don't care how good
Come on,
you ain't gonna weld in a circle that way. And then they come, same principles over there. They roll down here, and then they pressure test them. And then if it's just like a little pinhole, they can spot weld. They'll spot weld here. If not, it'll go back. Like sometimes it's just something, a bad casting.
Yeah.
Go all the way back over there and get cut open and start the process over again.
Okay.
Or balancing the same way. Sometimes when the machine presses them together, it boogers up.
Okay.
And then once it goes on a balancer, something's jammed up inside. It gets cut open, and they figure it out.
I had no idea all this went into. No clue, man. This is.
So we got a big TIG welder here.
So there really are magic. Torque converters are magic. That's what it is.
They call it black magic.
It is black magic.
I mean, it's not. I'll tell you, when we go actually get the converter part, I was going to take you to bolt together. It's a lot. It's nicer looking parts, and I can explain to you.
Well, because I'm telling you, man, it literally is like magic. Jesus Christ. Thank you.
So this is Kevin. He builds all the higher end, most of the time, all the higher end 400s for big power stuff, and also a lot of the repair rebuilds. Because you got to kind of have experience, so you can kind of see what caused the failure.
What is big power?
2,000 and up.
Okay.
Something like that. I mean, we build transmissions for like 400, everywhere from 800 horse to 4,000 horse, 4,000 plus. So.
Damn.
And then like here, so that's one of the guys, Rodney. He preps all the cases. Like, machine the bell off. He puts all the hard parts in. He's one that painted the cases if it's a painted deal.
Yeah.
And he does the pump, refurbs all the 400 pumps.
So that's the pump internal.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously the piece is missing to fall apart, but that's your pump house.
Yeah.
That's part that you see on the outside.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
And then here's on the inside. That goes down inside.
Okay.
This is truck. He's a little cranky, but he can do anything.
He's the man.
What's up, buddy? So the 400s back there.
Yeah.
So that's what they look like. So they got that stock case that's machined off in the aftermarket SMR
Gotcha.
bell housing.
That's just.
And we have our own bell houses now too.
Yeah, so y'all are heavy. You're.
Like I said, we're one of the bigger dogs.
You're getting rid of all your problem child.
We just got there's like apparel stuff.
Oh yeah, you're gonna give me a bunch of shirts.
I'm gonna hook you up with that.
Yep.
We do our own shields now. A transmission. So if you got a stock case for glides and 400s, we make our own shields. So I never knew this. Apparently the guy in Orlando must have made them for everybody. He was one of my friends since the 80s. Yeah. And when I heard he's retiring, because he's obviously old.
Yeah.
After he shut down, nobody could get shields from anybody. Like TCI, us, nobody. Like for almost a year, we couldn't get shields. Yeah. So then we made.
So you have a brake somewhere because you're bending that.
We have that. We farm that out.
The hydraulic braking.
Yeah, we farm that out. But yeah, there's our design, our shields, the SFI approved, all that nonsense.
That's cool. Man, you guys are awesome.
So McLeod Racing Clutches bought us 5 years ago.
Okay.
So we're under a big umbrella. Well, they have their big warehouse, you know, they do their clutch stuff, but they don't do the manufacturing that we do. And they still don't understand us because all the other business he owns is all clutch related.
Yeah.
He has McLeod clutches. He bought PTG clutches a couple years ago. He just bought competition clutches this year. Silver Sport Transmission, which is Tremec Transmission's largest dealer.
Tremec, oh.
So that's where, because Tremec won't sell to anybody.
Yeah.
And Summit's one of our biggest accounts. They won't even sell to Summit. You got to buy from their distributor. So Paul Lee said, all right, who's your biggest distributor? That's Silver Sport.
I'm a buyer.
He went Silver Sport, and
Bought their
they
ass.
were wanting to get out anyways.
Smart.
People weren't running it very well.
Yeah.
So he bought them, so now our biggest account has to buy Tremec through us. As the industry goes, I'm sure we're going to be coming out with the 4L60, 4L80, 6R80s, things like that, because that's where the modern, you know, performance street stuff's going.
You know, that's my thing. I had to have overdrive because I want to drive the damn car on the road. You know, that's my.
But like say, like here's like, you know, pumps, because they take apart all the cores.
Yeah.
And for the 400s, so we don't build turbo 350s when we do 400s and glides. Glides, every single part in the glide's new, except for the case if it's 1,000 horse or less, because that's in the stock case.
Yeah.
The 400, even in our 2,000 horse unit, there's a lot of stock parts in there because they're good. The gear set, the 248, 140, the stock gear set, the ones out of the trucks and motorhomes are a straight cut gear, and that's what we try to put in those. They have an 8-bolt case because they got 8-bolt pump. So then we try to use that on the higher end stuff. Now, obviously, we have different input shafts and drums and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that 400 piece, especially in like an 800 horse unit. You pretty much use all the stock stuff just with one of our valve
But
boxes.
that was like talking about the 4L80. It's like, and I'm telling you, I want it's somewhere around, I don't say 1,000 horse. And they're like, yeah, we're just a little overstocked. I'm like, damn, really? That transmission will hold it?
Yeah, but 4L80, you can build them a whole lot of horsepower, but you're going to spend some coin on them.
Yeah, oh, I did.
But see, like you got to have, like right there,
did.
you got to have room to just store the boxes. I mean, that's something stupid like that. As much volume as we ship, you got to have room to stock because we just got another box. We just got a box shipping in.
I mean, you're talking about your price per square. That's your store. I mean, square footage. It's all money.
So then we could be in an industrial park, but like when we bought McLeod, it was falling apart building. He put a bunch of money in the building. Now it's really nice. I've never been there yet. They're supposed to send me out there this year, or this coming year. Yeah, so these are just cores. And that's our grand tour. I'll take you over there. I'll get some.
Listen, I tell you what, man.
I'll go this way.
John, I couldn't have asked for anybody better, man. You killed it. I really appreciate it.